Hello, my lovelies. How are you tonight? Thursday night. Let's bring color to our life and win something. Bonsoir, Michelle. Ça va? So, for those who don't know me, my name is Angela. I'm the owner and creative energy from Elf Helden. I'm an elite retailer from Dixieville over here in Frankfurt in Germany. So, welcome, welcome. When you join me, just let me know where you're watching from. And let me know what time it is where you're watching from. It is 7 p.m. over here. It is pitch black dark outside and it's freezing cold. I hate winter. So, we will continue with this project behind me. I just turned it to the side. This is the top of the project, and we've done some decoupage on there. I put a little bit of crackle over it, and let's see where we go. Cheers, coffee. Always gotta have some coffee. So, the colors we are working on this piece is Prairie Dawn, which is a creamy white from Terra Clay Paint. It's creamy white. I put it here. Hi Nina. Thank you for joining. It is creamy white. I know Nina likes winter and summer. I only like winter. And then we made a mixture, which is like this gray. Hi Jack. I made a mixture from the onyx, the prairie dawn, and a dash of the blue moon to get like a bluish gray. That's what we've done for the middle color, and we had the darkest color, the onyx. That's basically where we painted the, I'm gonna drop you down, the bottom half. That's the result of that. And now we're going to continue on the top here. Instagram, just show you quickly also. That's what we've done on the bottom. And it's gonna go lighter to the top. I want to have some of the decoupage peeking through at the end. So we will see how it goes. So, but because I want to have the decoupage sneaking through, I'm going to make a mixture from the Prairie Dawn, and I'll just add a little water. I'm first gonna can't mix colors when I'm up there. This is so high, this piece. So I'm going to add some water in here and a little of the paint. Let's see. Terra Clay Paints. It's an artisan paint from Dixieville. It is clay based. You can build up texture nicely with it, as it likes to be used with natural bristle brushes. And the difference to the chalk mineral paints, for example, is that the brush strokes will not level themselves out. This is wanted by this paint. So that's basically one of the main things. That's the reason you can basically layer that paint really, really nice. You can blend the colors absolutely amazing. So I'm just going to show you. So this is really drippy and runny now. And you're going to see in a minute that the cover still is absolutely amazing. So I'm going to clean. This is my La Petite I've used on the other side. I'm not going to use a new one. The colors are going to mix anyway, so this is not a problem. I'm just cleaning it off roughly on paper here. I'm just trying to think where I put my, I got a brand new roll. I can't remember where I put it. So guys, if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments. And I will see that I answer those straight away. Do the same thing with the gray. This is that mixture, as I said. Oops. Bristle in there. I hate bristles. I just hate them. I don't know. What about you? And this is normal water I'm adding here. This is not because the spraying I was doing with the vinegar water, but in here I'm using basically normal water. So, there we go. There. So I'm going, this is now my vinegar water. I'm going to put you back up now. If you watch replay, guys, put hashtag replay into the comments so that I know that you've been there. And also when you have questions then, oops, sorry. Also when you have questions then, it's vinegar. I don't like the smell of vinegar. Don't know about you. So I'm going to come in. This was the Prairie Dawn with our gray mix. I'm not going to use the onyx up here because, as I said, this is about to go lighter towards the top, and that's the reason I'm not going to use that. I can see a bristle. But this bristle is basically from the chip brush I used when I applied the crackle. So I'm not going for the usual crackled effect anyway, so I'm not bothered the way I'm painting over it. But they will appear even so. Just slapping my bristle. Apply the crackle with a basic or is it cheap chip brush? Cheap chip brush. So let's see, a bit more dark down here to come up a little. Then I'm going to spray it a little more, just to get the paint running. Have a little bit of a lighter tone up here. It looks crazy. It is crazy. Absolutely is. See another bristle here. So now let the water do its work. This is now the vinegar water, which nicely separates the paint a little, which is pretty fun. You'll see on the final pictures basically. And if I don't like it at the end, I'm going to paint over it. Hi Vera. Wie geht's dir? Hi Munir. So my lovelies, you can win something tonight. I'm just going to watch that for a second. You can win something tonight again. And today I've brought for you from Posh Chalk out of the Precious collection. One of the smooth metallic paste, and it's the Radiant Silver. What you have to do to win is to like the video, comment on the video, and you can win on all channels, on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, wherever you are watching. And it is open till midnight. It is open till midnight. And then it's closed, and I will announce the winners tomorrow in the comments. So watch out for it. I'm not going to remind you. I will put it in the comments, and it's up to you to send me your details where I can send your prize to. And I want to have a little more of the Prairie Dawn. It's a little too runny for me, so I'm just adding a little more of the, oops, yeah, slapping it on the floor. So if you win on one channel, you'll be taken out of the draw on the others to give the other ones a chance also, but even so. So careful not stepping into it. Just want to have a little more. Up here. As I said, the crackle will do its work anyway, so I don't want to have like the typical crackle effect anyway, so that's fine like this. I'm using one brush for all colors because they're going to be mixed and they're going to run into each other. So there's no need to use separate brushes, which makes life a little easier. So I'm going to get my best dang brush to stop that here because that's clean at the moment. I don't want to have too many drips. And I want to have, you can see the decoupage paper is like sneaking through in some areas. That's what I want to have. I'm just covering it up a little. Apart from that, I'm letting it do its job. This is just something which is fun to watch. And as I said, the nice thing about the Terra clay paints is if you don't like it, as long as they are not sealed, you can reactivate them at any time. So, and reactivating them at any time also means that you can take off the layers you've added, you know, so you're not ending up at the end when you add some more paint that you end up with a thick layer of paint. This is the nice thing. It just gets, as you can take it back, it's, so think I quite like that. Just work a little more on the top there. I mean, I would love you to follow me also on the other channels. This is not, you don't have to do that to win, but I'll be very happy if you do that. That helps me also. It's not only about buying from me, but this is well, this is support for me also. So paint the bottom here. Again, when you join me, just let me know where you're watching from. So also I have like every day in Germany we do have like it's called an advents calendar. So you basically get every day, you can open a door and you get a sweet or something like that. And when you open the doors, you can get some, you find some special prizes. Because every day is a new day and there's a new thing in there. So this is just about clouding it a little bit, so it's going to look rough. Use some of the original paint. So are you painting something, guys? And this is the La Petite brush. It's a natural, or it's half natural bristles, half synthetic, but it basically acts like a natural bristle brush. So there we go. Oh, sorry, you can't see what I'm doing down there. Well, we're going to move to the side anyway. I'm going to decide if this is too much up there. I think it is a little. I just want to have it peek through like barely. I don't want to have it too much. And it's still going to separate now. As it is pretty wet, it's still going to run. But there was just too much of the paper coming through. Didn't want to have that. Best dang brush. It's got like a flat front. That's why I like to, for dabbing, the runs down. And it's just playing, guys. It's playing. As I said, if I don't like it, I'm gonna go over it again. But if I do, it's going to be fine. So let that work. And we're going to move to the front a little more. And the inside is going to be done in, oops, hang on, in red. There we go. Already painted half of it. So let's see. Same thing. Start at the top. I'm on my toes, guys. I'm on my toes to reach up here. And I'm not that small. I'm 1.66 meters, which is not that small. coverage first before I add a little bit of shading. The base we've used Midnight Sky, the Sea Spray, a layer, and another layer in areas with fluff and Sea Spray. The reason I added so much texture to this project is because it is in a pretty rough shape, and it's basically to save it. It's basically to save it. Because otherwise there's no chance to get the it was painted before, and as I said before also, I think the paint they used for they must have used for the what's it called? I'm just lost for words. Let's see. At the NASA. It was impossible to get that off basically. So nice coverage here. Get a bit of the cloudy look around. It's not supposed to be regular, just like darker and lighter in some areas. That's the whole idea of this project. Let's see. I'm using that mixture we've made. It's not the water mixture, it is the basic mixture basically. So let's see. Just dabbing the paints into each other, but they blend so easy. It is really, really, really easy to set. Just pick up some. Anybody still with me? Nina. Hi Dana, thank you for joining. Nina, having a step to step onto, you know, I'm the master of disaster. I'm the first one who's going to fall off the ladder. So I'd rather stay down here. It was one of those days anyway. So if you join me for the replay, guys, also put hashtag replay so that I know that you've been with me. And you also still have a chance till midnight to win one of the Posh Chalk Precious Pastes, the Radiant Silver. And you can do that on all of my channels, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram. Just pop over there, leave a like on the video, comment on the video. And I appreciate if you follow me, but this is not, you don't have to do that, but I do appreciate that. That helps me also for being here. So again, I'm checking on the drips. I'm just taking them a little down, the ones I don't want to have. And let's see. bristles that drive me crazy. So I'm just going to I just hate like bristles on my projects. Don't know about you, but I'm not a fan. Absolutely not. I'm not a fan. Sorry, this is off screen at the moment, but I need to have that covered a little. It is still wet, so it will still run. It'll still run. So, what's the time? Half an hour. I'm going to show you the front at the bottom. Hello, Mayan. Ooh, this is basically a choice, Dana, because I still haven't really decided what is going to be on the inside. The original thought was anyway to use some elderberry on that piece, which is like thrown out of the window because they moved into a new restaurant and decided to paint one of their walls in some sort of red. So elderberry won't go with that. And I tried to find that red somewhere around. It is a common brand, but all the stores around here, they don't have that color. They don't have a color chart or something like that. I could check on the colors. So I'm still Marion auch auf Instagram. Sehr schön. To check for so I'm still deciding what color I'm going to use. It's probably going to be a red, but I'm not quite sure yet. So yes, in this case I find it easier. In this case, but a lot of times I do that because a lot of times I paint on the outside and then I decide what's going to go with it. Look at my hands. Look at my hands. This is happy painter hands. So a lot of times I do that. A lot of times I do that. So I let it sit. I let it do its work. Go around this side a bit to get some of the drips which are running down here. I think I quite like that. The way it goes. You can always add more layers if you want to, but I'm going to leave it like that for now to do its job. And all my empty jars. I also have not really decided what I'm going to do on the back of this piece. I'm going to add a little bit of the that green mixture we made, runny mixture. I had some extra paints because I wasn't sure if it's going to last what I had for the outside, but I was fine with one jar basically. That's a sea spray. That's the texture additive I've used for the texture between. Nina, can't see the comments. You maybe have to swipe to the left, Dana. You maybe have to swipe to the left to see the comments. But to be honest, I had loads of problems lately seeing comments. This is pretty much of a pain in the neck. Pain in the neck. So this is in the jar. Also on the German video also, which I've done before. And you can use those smooth metallic paste for painting, and you can use them for puffing. You see that raised? When you use a no, Dana, this is FB at the moment. It drives me crazy. It really drives me crazy. You can puff it when you leave the paste like that, and when you water them down a little bit, you can paint. The base is painted with the white gold from the Precious range, smooth metallic paste, and the raised area is done with the paste itself. It's a 24K. And you can win tonight the Radiant Silver, which is which also will go very well with this piece here. And the difference from the Precious range to the normal smooth metallic paste is that they are even more shiny. They're more expensive also, but they're more shiny than the smooth metallic paste. So let's see if I can. What's the time? We still have a couple of minutes, don't we? Just work a little bit on the inside. Also, Nina, so I guess this is why I'm not spending money with advertising or something like that. I've tried that before and it was useless. I mean, so I basically gave up on that. I'm not spending any money on that. I mean, I'm doing enough for them to where's my brush? I'm really doing enough for them. But they've had my videos muted and whatever, so this is a pain in the neck. Also, I mean, lately you have like trolls and things like that around, which bring up pages where they tag you in and tell you that you are not following the rules by FB, and they're not, getting hold of them. This is basically spammers, they're this is like phishing things, they're trying to get into your account basically. So having it mainly inside here, I think I will have a look. May have that, but I think this is otherwise too much. If this is like also in red, so I'm basically just doing those parts. So I'm not sure also if I want to add some lights or anything. So we really haven't talked about that. I'm going to water it down a bit. It's too dense. You can see even watered down coverage is absolutely amazing, but it flows easier into those gaps. That's what I want to have at the moment before I come in with some of the white, which I already have on my blouse also. That's not where I want to have it. So on the back here, there are some tiles. Also use slick stick on them just to cover those up. I'm sorry, you're probably not seeing what I'm doing, but I'm just painting everything. The base first with that gray in here, and then I'm just gonna come in a little with my loading it mostly on my brush before I pick up some of the white. Prairie Dawn is like a creamy white. So in all the areas I'm not getting, I will use a smaller brush. Just randomly, I'm adding just to give it a little bit of shading so it's not like completely gray. And as I said, those paints will blend easy anyways. And I'm using one brush, not getting another brush. That's it. That. Darker. But I'm not going to use the onyx, which is like the black from the terra clay paints up here, because this is going to go from the bottom to the top and get a little lighter. So that's why I don't do that. So I think that's it. Let that dry. Let that dry. Let's see the side we've done in the German life. What that does. It does pretty nicely. It's all. There are some kids out there. So I will decide if this is too much of the paper showing. You can see that pretty much up there, but I will decide that later. I'll let that dry first and then I'll decide. Sometimes you have to be patient and you have to have a look at it, but this is still wet. And I'm going to decide afterwards if I want to add some more paint on there or if I want to leave it like that. Okay. Oh, well, that's strange. I'm happy you do, Nina. I'm happy you like it, guys. So again, if you want to win, we have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have YouTube. Leave a comment on the videos, leave a like on the videos. If you follow me, that'll be absolutely sweet. I really appreciate that, but that's not a must. And the draw is open till midnight, and tomorrow I will announce the winner in the comments. I'm not going to remind you. It's up to you then to send me your address and things like that. So I'm wishing you good luck to win the smooth metallic precious paste in radiant silver. which is this. And when you win, I hope you'll have loads of fun with it. Guys, also when you watch replay, as I said, the draw is open till midnight. You still have a chance. I hope you enjoyed the live tonight. I know it's always a bit crazy, but you know, normal painting everybody can do. I like to experiment with products and things like that. So I think this is going to be quite fun at the end, that project. I thank you so much for joining me tonight. My name is Angela. I'm the owner and creative energy from Elfen und Helden. I'm a delight retailer for Dixieable Paints over here in Frankfurt in Germany. And yeah, I'm wishing you a good night, day, afternoon, wherever you're watching from. Is a 7:45 p.m. over here, so it's pretty late. Have a lovely weekend. I'll see you next week, and I'm wishing you luck for winning. Take care, guys. Tada. Thank you for being with me. That's so sweet. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Gerne, liebe Vera. Dankeschön, dass du dabei warst. Good night, everybody.